How's it going, guys? So, yeah, figure just do a quick, I guess you could say, quick summarize or, you know, kind of just share about how I feel for the past 2 days, prepping for my show day and everything, just, it was a crazy ride. Just got done posting, like a transformation post or whatever, but I'm planning on doing another reel. Planning on doing another reel that it's more cinematic, right? So it combined with like more storytelling and more about my background story. Yeah, so actually I don't know what to say. It's like, dude, when I look back on the past 15 weeks, right, of my prep, I never went through like so much up and downs in my life. I learned so much about my life and gained so much clarities of myself. And I'm just beyond thankful. I'm just beyond thankful that I keep showing up to those things. I keep showing up to the gym, keep showing up to my morning cardio, continue doing the same boring shit every day, and yeah, it's leading me up to this point. Even now, I'm like learning about filming or editing stuff like that. It's my online course, but yeah, excited to see more about me in the next few months because I feel like if I continue to put in this work, I'll be able to reach to a point where I'll surprise myself that if I continue, if I just keep putting in that effort, keep putting the hard work every day, there's no way that I can't make it. There is no way that I'm not going to make it. Like I have no doubts that I'll be able to make it one. I have no doubts that I'll be able to make it one day, and for the most part of it, right? Like I need to understand that I need to stay on track. So I need to relax myself a little bit. Even today, it's like I went I went to the park, take a walk, you know, feel super bloated this morning after, last night, all the food and stuff. So took a walk in the park, just sit there and realize a lot about my life and how I want my life to be, right? So my plan is for the next few months, I'll be good at editing, including all the like tools, including all the tripods, gimbals, um, cameras, camera settings, editing, filming angles. I'm going to get better at it, and I'm going to master it in the next few months, like 3 months, um, so that I could be confidently say that I can do all of these things by myself, and also a short term goal, right? Planning on doing another show. Still deciding which one that I should do, but yeah, already got it planned out. Going to send my check-ins to my coach tomorrow morning, first thing in the morning. Send him check-ins, weigh myself, go to grocery store, prep my meals. Yeah, and that's the plan for tomorrow, and gonna be dealing with some stuff for school and getting ready for school. Right, it's pretty exciting. I'm excited to meet new people, to make new friends, cause yeah, even today, like I feel like I was just stuck at home. Like my coach sent me a text. He was like, "You should let yourself rest a little bit, just relax a little bit." But I just don't know what to do. Like the whole day, I was just filming the unboxing video, some clothes I got from Yanle. Um, got too exhausted at one point, so I just like slept on my couch. Yeah, I'm at a point in my life where like started to develop like a healthy relationship with like being alone. I guess it's just for the past few weeks, like a lot of videos I made, um, I was very like angry. I just wasn't in the right state of mind when I made those videos, but I still drop on my YouTube channel, so yeah, I don't really give a shit about how other people view me. But yeah, gonna get creative with things. Gonna be putting the same effort, just telling myself that you're be able to make it. You're gonna make it. You're gonna make it. You don't know how many times I have to encourage myself, just to tell myself that, okay, you're going to make it, and there's no doubt that if you continuously put in that effort every day, and just do it smart, do it the most efficient and energy efficient way, and there's no way that you're not gonna make it. So I have no doubts that I'll be able to make it. It's just like along the way I felt so lonely. I felt so like disconnected from relationships, from friendships, from my family, just everything. But that's just about life in general. It's like sometimes really, when you can really develop that healthy relationship with just being alone, you start to make progress in life. You start to make progress on everything that you do. So honestly, like I have no doubts. And honestly, like I'm lonely, right? Like I'm a lonely motherfucker. Like I don't have friends. I don't have like fucking, you know, my family to talk to. Like here to physically support me. Even today, I was thinking about my coach is telling me that like maybe you should eat something. I was like, no, I'm fine. Like I would just keep sticking with like the boring shit, cause that just reminds me that I still have shit to do instead of having a big meal by myself, at my studio apartment with my fucking cat, just me and him. Like, what's the point of that? Like food is supposed to be something that connect people together, and you should really just enjoy food with your family, which I did with my brother yesterday, right? And yeah, some more thoughts about the show. I feel like for the most part of it, it was fun. Honestly, it was fun. But like when I walked out, and it was so bright, I couldn't even see the judges, and so I was just kind of lost, because like when it's like just crowded, and when you're going out there and there's like no one is like really cheering for you, because the only person there was my brother and my coach, but no one knows you, no one give a shit about you, and you just kind of feel like, uh, this kind of sucks, but definitely a good feeling that you have a group of family or friends that will cheer for you. That's a good thing, right? No matter what you did, but yeah, just got nervous for a little bit. Um, yeah, that's when everything went down south, and that's when everything like kind of went off track. Like I forgot how I was supposed to pose, and um, also like during comparison rounds, and I was getting nervous, so I can't see the judges, so I was just kind of like posing, I guess, and waiting my number to get called out and like switch positions, but yeah, I got placed like on the edge, so that means that I'm not really getting placed higher, or kind of lost the chance of like qualify for national, which kind of sucks, right? Like, cause I solely believe that I have the potential, and I feel like I wouldn't say I was the hardest worker in the room, but I definitely got my mindset right. So I trained with the right mindset. I almost putting 100% all I got every day in the gym, and been lifting over 10 years. So I had no doubts I have the potential. I just got nervous. I was being a little bitch, but that's what I'm saying. Like, it's like for the past 15 weeks, I put in so much hard work, and I fuck it up in like fucking 30 seconds. So like, that's the part that pisses me off. And even on the car ride back home, like me and my brother, we got in an argument, right? So he's like seriously allergic to my cat. So his eyes were like all red and like swelling, like just looking all crazy. Had like a few hours of sleep, maybe like 2 3 hours of sleep, and we had to leave like by 6, so I had to wake up early too. So dude, the whole day was kind of crazy, you know. And he didn't eat shit that day, so he got pissed off at me, um, for being like, you know, a little moody, I guess. But who wouldn't be in that position? But I'd also understand how he felt. That's why I didn't make it to the finals. I was like, just take a break, like let's just rest, you know, like go home, take a nap, eat some food, and let's just enjoy our day instead of like, you know, prejudging is already done, and I know I'm probably not gonna get qualified for national. So what's the point of me like, you know, going there? Um, yeah, so decided to spend time with my brother, and he got, I mean, on the car ride. Back to the topic, right? On the car ride, he was like, "So did your coach told you that what you did was wrong?" I was like, "Yeah, he did. He told me that I wasn't facing the judges, and the whole time I was just kind of posing, without like, you know, turning really posing for people who was like, you know, fucking like placing me. So like I just got like a little like pressed, I guess. Like I just got a little like upset. I was like, bro, like all I needed was like a word of support. I was like, all I needed was like, you did good, you know, you did so well. Even though you didn't got plays, I'm still proud of you. That's all I needed. I don't need him to give me like shit about, yeah, your lack of experience. That's why you lost. It's fucking bodybuilding, bro. Like I did all the fucking hard work, and on show day, like I just have to fucking show up and posing, which I got nervous. Yeah, that part I fuck it up, but like for the most part of it, like I did well. Like I did well. I went to the gym every day. I trained my fucking ass off. I eat the right food, right? I don't know why I got like so pissed even like right now, but it didn't go well. Like he started speeding, and the whole time I was like, oh, like if I die today, yeah, like if we got into a car crash today, yeah, let's just get in a car crash. I don't give a shit. So he was just like speeding, pressing on gas brakes, and yeah, I was just also like, fuck man, like for a second like started crying. Like honestly, like for one moment I was like I couldn't hold this shit anymore. I was like, bro, like just calm down. Like let's just go get food. I know you're hungry. I know like, you know, it's, you know, you didn't have any sleep and you're like having serious allergic reactions. So like for one second I was just patting on the back. I was like, bro, like just chill out, and like let's just get food. Like we're not going to finals. Let's just get food and rest at home. And after that, you know, like I would just like start crying. I was like, I just couldn't hold it anymore. It's like at one point, like your mental just like start going like, I don't even know, bro. Just at the moment, I was like crying like a fucking baby. I haven't cried like that in a while. The last time I cried like that was like when my grandma passed away. So like it was crazy. So like I don't, dude, like I don't even know. It was just like it was so like that's what I needed. I cried for 30 seconds. I was like, bro, I'm so tired of like crying like a little bitch. And I allow myself to get all my emotions out for 30 seconds. And after that, I'm gonna lock in, right? Like I'm gonna lock in. Like, so what's the next step? I literally just started texting my coach. I was like, yeah, I know I did like shit, but like, what's the plan for my next show? Like, what am I supposed to do? So I adapt to these changes like quickly, because for the past 15 weeks, all I did was adapt to changes. Had a major breakup. Dude, I don't even want to talk about it. It's like it was just like, I mean, the whole thing. I've never felt so fucking insecure in my life. Like I've never felt so low in my life. That was just crazy, and like the reason why, like I don't even know. Like it almost got me like give up on just every shit I was doing. Like I was probably like 4 weeks into prep, right? So, you know, just got everything like on track. You know, meal prepping, training, stuff like that, work or whatever. Um, but yeah, it was crazy. I was like, I never felt so low in my life, and had a major breakup. this one girl, and yeah, it is whatever. Like I hope she's doing well. I just like for me, I just don't have that want. I just don't want. I just don't want to have anything to do with her. You know, just I need to overlook that. That's my past. You know, that's part of me. Everything happened for a reason. I don't really blame everything that happened to me, right? So I have to adapt to all of these changes throughout my prep. And shit was like just a lot of things, man. Like I don't even know. For the most part of it, it's like I started to go golf every day. I feel like going golf, especially like just at the range, right? You just focus on like hitting the ball. It just feels so like, you know what I mean? Like you just gotta like swing that shit and like hit it. And I just got so into golf. I never went to a golf course before though. Like all I did was like hitting balls at the range, but it was like such a pressure relief for me, and I probably start going like tomorrow. Honestly, I should probably start like going there more, cause I kind of took a week off, and yeah, my membership is like about to expire if I don't go. Yeah, but anyways, guys, so golf, yeah, like adapt to those changes was a constant for me. So always have to adapt to changes, right? Even though like a little touch on my relationship with my brother, right? He was like a father figure. You know, he wasn't like an actual big bro, like, you know, taking you out a party, you know, like rolling a blunt for you, like light it up for you, stuff like that. No, there's none of that. My brother was like 13 years older. So by the time when I was in like, I think I was in like middle school, he already had a kid. You know what I mean? He already had his own family when I was in middle school. And we don't see each other that often because I came to the States when I was 14. And he actually came here when he was like 23, 22, I forgot. But he came here for college, right? So I went to the school in Kansas. It was a high school. I went to this high school in Kansas. It was Catholic school, private school. Because I'm not a citizen. I'm not allowed to go to public schools. But yeah, like I met a lot of people from my own country, right? So, I was doing fine. Like I was doing fine in the first 2 years of, my state's life, I guess, my US life. But after those 2 years, I moved to my brother's house. So I started living with him, for another 2 years. And I went to this high school nearby, in the Midwest. Yeah. So like those 2 years were probably like it was kind of dark because all I did was like, I mean, I participated in some sports, right? Just I want to be able to like, I guess like fit into the culture or whatever. So I was on the football team and also on the wrestling team. But imagine for a kid, right? You put him in such a because basically, when I was in my first high school, I was surrounded by my own people. They're all from China, and like we're just talking in Chinese, or we're just like eating whatever. We share the same culture. I felt like home, honestly. It didn't feel like I was in the States. But moving to that place, it was a culture shock almost. You could say that I tried to fit in for the longest time. Put myself really low and try to fit in, and I always had that fear, especially like on trying out new things, like on the football field, on wrestling, stuff like that. That's how I first discovered gym, right? So at the gym, you're not it's just you versus weight. There's no fear. There's no other person. Like I used to hate it contacting sports, so like team sports like that, so I have to work with someone. But at the gym, I don't have to give a shit. I just have to lift that shit. Just get strong, get heavy. I loved it. Like I loved the gym. The moment I step into the gym, pick up the weight, it's almost like that. Like when you first like take fucking the pre-workout, it's like you just have that feeling that this is something that you're passionate about. I never skip a day. Like I went to this local YMCA, right? Going there almost every fucking day. Going there to lift, and squatting like 225 for rest when I was 14, and later on, like, but I was a pretty strong kid, I was a pretty strong kid. So conditioning wise, I did wrestling for 2 years. Dude, honestly, like those wrestling practice, like they made me like lose a lot of weight. So I probably like lost a lot of muscles. But it's a good thing that like you're lean, you're conditioned, right? But my record was like shit, bro. Like my record was like fucked. Like I probably like won like maybe like 5 matches my whole 2 years like wrestling careers. Cause one thing like I was just scared, honestly. I just wanna get that shit over with. Like I didn't wanna like step on the mat and wrestling with the guy and, you know, let him like fucking I just let him win. I just let him win. I never really tried. Yeah. I mean, fear is like one thing though. Because I remember talking to my wrestling coach, in high school. I had this conversation. I asked him, I was like, Coach, why do I always lose? Like I literally go to every session, every practice session, every condition training, never missed a day on like, training days, like off season training days. So I was conditioned, I was strong, I was fast, but I always fucking lose. And he always told me that because he always had that fear. And that shit just hits me, like it hits me now even. Like when I think about it, I was like, dude, all of these years I just had fears. And I like that like dictates me, I like that like because fear is something that even though you have the potential, right, to win, even though you have the potential to grow, you feel like you're so stuck in a zone and you're not allowed to. And let's say like your ability, I don't even know how to make the example, but yeah, that shit just hits me so deep, bro. Like for a moment I was like, yeah, like not even like after how many years passed. I graduated high school when I was 17, 18, I forgot. But went to college. I was during COVID. Shit absolutely sucked, bro. Like COVID, like I was looking forward to college. You know what I did? I like I lost weight. I trained like abs. I look up on those like 15 minutes ab workouts and do those every day. So I started having like defined abs. I was like lean. I was confident about to go to college, right? And COVID fucking hits, bro. I was just stuck in my dorm room like every day. Shit kind of, yeah. When I think about it, it was like, if it wasn't COVID, right? I would have had a somewhat okay college life, but my college life was just so whack. Like I did not go out once. I was scared to like talk to people, and a lot of people classify you based on your look, right? It's just like, yeah, like of course I was built, I was conditioned, but I was like a little bitch. I just wasn't confident enough to engage conversation with people. I was scared as hell, and all those years passed. Even like a few months ago, right? After my college, I met a group of friends, and yeah, I guess I just don't like really vibe with them, honestly. Like I mean I play games all those years, but I feel like game is just one thing that it could like temporarily let me forget about like my pain and my like stress. So like game never was my passion. It wasn't my passion. My passion was gym. My passion was going out like hiking, like just a lot of outdoor activities. Like I was always like so drawn by those outdoor activities like boxing, surfing. Those were my passion. My passion was never fucking game. It was just like a game. It was just like it could let me like temporarily forget about the fact that like I'm living in this fucking shitty world with like I'm just shitty. Like I'm just insecure. I'm just a piece of shit. I'm bad at school. I have shitty grades. I have all of this, right? So yeah, dude, I was so stoked. So met a group of friends after college. Went back to those life like, just eating, drinking, stuff like that. For one moment I was so fucking sick and tired of it. I was like, bro, why am I letting myself like living a life like this? Like why can't I chase the life that I want? All these times, what is really holding me back? So I looked past at it. I thought about, my high school wrestling coach told me about. It was all fear. Bro, for that moment, I have that awakening moment. I was like, so how about I just don't have fear anymore? You know? So you know what I did? I went to, I don't know if I could like put this in here, but honestly, I went to like this rooftop, right? I was sitting on the edge. I was scared as hell. I looked down. I was like, should I jump or not? If I jump, I die, right? But if I don't, I have fear. But for one moment, I was like, I was just sitting there for like 30 minutes, just looking down. I was like, yeah, like, it could be scared, because I don't have like a fear for height, but imagine putting yourself that high and just looking down like that, and you always had the urge of like jumping down, because I was going through like a lot of mental breakdowns and actually like have thoughts about like killing myself. So I was like sitting on the edge, right, looking down. For one moment, I was like, dude, this isn't like compared to this. I was like, if I die, right, I'm not gonna be able to accomplish anything that I thought of. I'm not gonna be able to do anything I have dreamed of. You don't know how much I've dreamed of becoming the person I want to be. Becoming the person that I have always wanted to be. So like for one moment I was so sick and tired. I was like, dude, I'm just not gonna have fear anymore. I'm not gonna have fear. I started to read more books, start to listen to more podcasts, like Alex Hamanzi, develop my brain, because I feel like for the most part of it, like I don't ever use my brain to think. For the past years in college or whatever, I was a bio major for 2 years, right? One semester my GPA was like 0.6, so I felt like I took like 4 classes. I felt like 3 of them, and I got like a D for like the last one. But and I was like, for one moment I was so sick and tired. I was like, dude, this dying compared to not, like, I just started changing that mindset. If I really die, right, I'm not gonna be able to become the person I want to be, ever. So for one moment I was like, bro, I'm so fucking sick and tired of like all this shit. And so I started to change my mindset. I don't have fear anymore. It's like one of those days when you're like fasted for like 4 days and you're hungry as hell. It's like like when you're in that state, right? You really don't care. I used to like care a lot about how people would view me, right? How people would like compare me. Like my family, like sometimes they were brought up like, oh, this person like compares to you, like they're going to like they're going to like Harvard, they're going to like Columbia, they're going to like NYU. For a moment, I was so sick and fucking tired of it. I was like, okay, so what exactly did they accomplish in their life? Let's just, forget about they're going to prestigious schools. Like, their academic standard is high, right? So they have good fucking grades, but there's many ways that you can achieve good grades, right? You can cheat on a test, you can do this, you can do that to achieve good grades. But what about in life, in general? Like, what exactly did they accomplish? So I was asking myself, like, what am I good at? Right? I ask myself why. I constantly ask myself why, honestly. Like, ask myself, what am I good at? For the 10 years, okay. The only thing I have been consistent was lifting. And what else? I started discovering, like, cameras, content creating. Started looking on reels. So I was like, for all these years, I watched so much YouTube. So I understand the algorithms. Like, I feel like I'm kind of related to, like, Mr. Beast, because I feel like when you're really like alone or stuck in your own world, and sometimes like when you just go on YouTube, everything just like, it just seems like a simulation, like it's like you start understanding how the algorithms works and what are some videos that people want to watch, right? Especially like we have real life examples like Mr. Beast, and a lot of people were started copying what he did for his thumbnails or doing whatever. He's a smart dude, right? He figured out the algorithm for YouTube, or there's no way. A lot of people say that like, oh, he just has money to do that. He's just like lucky. No, he thinks differently, bro. He thinks so differently. Nobody's thinking about that. Even though they might think about that, nobody is like doing the things that he did. He actually put in actions of like accomplish his journey, like dreams. So I was like, for one moment, I was like, what am I good at? I'm good at gym. You know, I like to watch a lot of YouTube. Maybe I should do content creating, right? It was like 3 weeks out from my show. So like I literally bought my camera. Took me like 30 seconds to buy that shit. Like I didn't even think about it. I started looking on ChatGPT. I was like, okay, so this is I'm doing like fitness content, maybe like some outdoor content or whatever. Recommended me. Just give me some recommendations on cameras that you think I should like buy. So that's how I got my camera. Literally just went out to pick it up from like fucking New York City like the next day, and bought all the accessories, right? Later on, bought my tripods and stuff like that. Um, and a lot of people will ask me that, oh, where did you get the money? Oh, where did you get this? Bro, I don't ever fucking go out to eat anymore. Of course I'm gonna use that money. Imagine if you're telling me that. Okay, like I'm going out to eat like fucking 7 days a week, and I spend at least like $100 every week just on like food. Go out to eat. I save all of that shit to buy my fucking camera and accessories, and you're asking me, oh, where'd you get all the money? Where'd you get all the money? Bro, I do stocks too, so I made a lot of money from stocks. So shut the fuck up. And yeah, that's it. I mean, like I started to discover content creating and filming, and started having like all of these ideas in my head, right? So I'm just so eagerly want to put those like into something real. I really want to. One thing I really want to do for you guys is I want to be able to make my life more interesting by presenting stuff like my thoughts in the most like cinematic way. So, been learning a lot about like filming angles and how to use like the accessories or tripods, gimbals, and about to get a slider zoom and get a drone. Just all of these elements combined together to film my own movie. That's just like it's so exciting to me. I don't know if you guys could tell like my energy level is like kind of different when I can actually eat food and versus when I don't get food, right? But that's basically it. I mean, yeah, just want to share some thoughts about the whole post or whatever. Feel like yeah,